Hi, I'm Kaylin, and this is my buddy Oberon, and today we're going to talk to you about the perception game and how it is that you really want to be intentful in your life so that everything can be far more of clear waters. You can enjoy the richness of life that comes when you're in the flow of clear waters, as opposed to the troubles that can come and the troubles that can brew when there's other things going on. So today, what I want to start with is that I was on vacation and I met a pastor. And she was really cool. She's really into what she does. She's a new pastor. She was just licensed, but she's been practicing for a year at her church. And it was really neat to meet her because she has that spark of potential possibility where she could really make a difference in her life and in the lives of those around her, and certainly, of course, those that attend her church. However, she got a new head pastor at church because she's a sort of like a vice pastor, we'll say. So the church got a new main pastor or primary pastor. And the thing is, that can always cause some problems, especially when there was someone else in the church who was sort of constantly trying to compete with her and kind of causing her some problems, probably out of some jealousy or insecurity that the woman I met was promoted to be a pastor and asked to actually, run her part of the church, whereas this other woman was passed up. So it's easy for her to cause problems. But anyway, so in meeting the new pastor, my friend had some real problems, right, Oberon? What were some of the problems she had? Oberon says that the new pastor was a man and she felt like he didn't respect her. For example, Oberon says that the new male pastor said to my friend, "Do you have a graduate degree?" And of course my friend was like insulted. She's going, "What, is he racist? Like, why would he say that? Is it because of my background? Is it because I'm a woman?" And you know what I said to her? Who cares? Let's say he is racist or sexist. Whose problem is that? In other words, energetically or emotionally, he's the one who thinks that way. So if it's a problem, don't make it yours, I said to her. It's his problem. He's the one that sees it that way, and it's not right. It doesn't give him the greatest vision. But if that's the way he sees it, that's the way he sees it. But it doesn't have to be your problem. So I said to her, instead, what you want to do is you want to forget that, and you want to just focus on the way you want to be seen. I said to her, look, the most important thing is your intent to be a great pastor. It's your intent to lead people. It's your vision. It's your calling. It's whatever it is that is making all the difference in your life and that you can use to help make a difference in the people around you. That's what you want to really stay focused on. It's like keep your eyes on the prize. Don't let yourself be sidetracked by a comment of his, by his not wanting to focus on a program you're talking about, or anything like that, because this is how we can really easily get derailed. Have you ever noticed that you went to a meeting or you had this huge fight with your lover and you kind of walk out going, what happened? I went in to talk about apples and instead this became some big issue about the bed not being made. Or I went in to talk about increasing funding for this programming and instead all they did was talk about sales or something totally unrelated. And you're like, how did that happen? Well, one of the ways it happened is people sidetrack us. Whether they're doing it deliberately or not is completely irrelevant. What you want to really focus on is when you stay focused on your intent, when you stay focused on your vision in your life or with your job or with your lover or whatever the area may be, whatever circumstance you're looking at, stay focused on your intent and you can become, like my buddy here, Oberon, you can become very simple and clear-minded. And I say simple in the sense that you don't have all these crazy ideas or these different distractions going off in your head. For example, my pastor friend, she had this competitor constantly texting her and, trying to throw her off, saying things like, you should have done this, and oh, are you feeling okay? And I said, all these things, forget about them. Stay focused on what's meaningful and important to you. Because when your focus is where your focus should be, one of the things that happens is it's a lot harder for people to derail you. Why? Because you have a simple and clear focus. People with a simple and clear focus have a really great intention. And when you have a really great intention and you're focused on your intent and you're taking actions that really back up your intent, you can become unstoppable. You can really become a force to be absolutely reckoned with. Why? How? Because you won't be derailed. Most of the world and most of life can get cloudy, crazy, busy, distracting. So can you imagine the power of not having any of that and instead just being clear? Can you imagine the power of knowing what you want to do or accomplish and being able to do that? Well, that, my friend, is going to tap you into life's riches. Whether you consider that the riches of success, the riches of abundance, of love, of business, or all of these. When you're really intentful, you're going to live in the flow and you're going to feel more empowered, feel more self-presence, which is wonderful because you're not distracted. Your mind's not going other places. You get to be here now, and you get to become closer and closer to someone who is unstoppable. And that's an awesome feeling. One of life's awesome gifts in the riches of life.